Hey, this is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium. And be kind, helpful, and grateful because it's better than being a jerk. Check this out. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. What we are looking at here is history in the making. See that platinum price? Platinum price is getting up there. It's up at 22 bid is 22.64. Ask is 22.74. Now, according to Google, platinum's all-time high was 22.70 to 22.76 per troy ounce. That means 22.74, if it gets that high, will match platinum's all-time high from back in, when was that? 2008, I think March 2008 was the peak price. So from 2008 till now, we're looking at 16 years, and we're fixing to have platinum's brand new all-time high. I am very excited about this. I know JM's very excited about that. $70 for silver, 71, because he did a live stream the other day about silver maybe cracking 70 while he was doing his live stream. And unfortunately, it did not. That was 2 days ago. No, that was yesterday. Anyhow, it cracked 70. It's cracking 71. It's really on the fly. And looks like platinum is raging. Look at that. Third day in a row of $140 plus, 6-7%. Holy macaroni and cheese, Batman. Has the manipulation truly ended for platinum? I would think so. Look at that. Second day, third day, 120, 30, 40, 6-7% increase back to back to back for platinum. It's raging. Raging like a bull. If everyone would have just got some platinum, man, you guys would be happier than heckfire right now. Now look at that. December 23rd, 12:43, 22.64 is the bid. 22, new all-time high is the ask. It just went up $1 to $140 or 6.64% today. Now here it says high, low. I don't know what this means. It's been a lot lower than 2099, but 22.75. Okay, that's the high for today. Yeah, so it's tapping on its getting a new all-time high. It just hasn't got it quite yet. But I wanted to bring this all to you because this is awesome possum news, brah. I've been telling you people for 3.5 years to pick this stuff up. It was $700, $800, $900. So I was screaming, buy platinum. Man, has it gone up. And everyone's like, yeah, but look at gold. Yeah, okay. I got a friend in Alabama who keeps fucking sending me texts, pictures of him finding gold in rivers as he's spanning. He's really hooked because he's getting free gold. But hey, let's talk about something that you can get free that you'll pay for. Nah, I'm not about that. Look at that. Platinum's going up again, 22.66. It will today surpass, the way it's going, if the trend continues, it will surpass its all-time high. Hot diggity dag nabbit. This is a great day for platinum and people who love platinum and people who actually know the importance of platinum and where platinum's actually going to be going, because it will be taking off and everyone's going to wish that they had platinum in about 3 months. But hey, I've been telling you for 3.5 years, get you some platinum. I've been saying it. Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. I say it for a reason. That reason is, look at the price. Up the day before yesterday, it was up over 7.25%. Today, 6.75%. So in the past 2 to 3 days, it's gone. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can't Google this. How much has platinum gone up in the past 5 days. Let's see what Google says. It's gone up in the past 5 days 10% in 5 days. That's pretty damn good. Other people like crypto and whatnot. 5 days to turn around like that. Hey, what's up, Pete? Yeah, you see what I'm looking at, baby. Woo, woo, woo. Platinum. That second one, the ask price of $22.78, that is over the all-time high of platinum in March 2008, I believe it was. So this, for me, is a very exciting day. And as you can see, silver crushed 70. But we're not concerned about silver. Silver, I can get silver all day long. I can get gold all day long. Platinum. You can't get platinum all day long. There's not that much of it. There's very little of it, actually. Everyone's crying, oh, silver's in a squeeze. We only have 500 billion ounces. Yeah, right on, 500 billion ounces. Sure, that's a squeeze. Mexico has 6,400 tons above ground sitting in their vaults, ready to sell at $70, $71 if someone will pay them that much for it to process it. But to do that, the price would have to be $120. The silver market's so screwed up. You want to stick with platinum. Platinum's where it's at. That manipulation is coming to an end. And Clean Air Metals, CLRMF, that company right there is a company in Canada that will be mining platinum. Q1 2026, they're going to be mining platinum. CLRMF, Clean Air Metals. They have the largest, highest grade platinum discovery on the planet. It's in Thunder Bay, Canada. They said they will not mine it until the price of platinum goes back to normal. What an extortion event. That's legal. They own the rights to the only platinum mine that's been that can open up in the past 50 years. The world needs platinum severely. I know no one really understands this, but we really need platinum more than we need silver. Silver's a wayside. It's going to go. Yeah. With the new technologies coming around, silver's not going to be as important as people think it is. Platinum is going to be as important as people don't know it's going to be. And that's why I'm screaming and crying about platinum. We're fixing to hit $22.69, a couple of dollars off of a new all-time high for platinum. The only metal that people, hey, what's up, Jeff? The only metal that people are looking at to mine off this planet because we don't have enough of it, and they're looking at it today. It's not silver. We have so much silver on this planet, it's pathetic. It's platinum. We're going to mine space for platinum because we don't have any on this planet. After Clean Air Metals opens up, there's only going to be one more mine opening up on this planet. It's going to be in South America, probably in Colombia area. Once the Darien Gaps gets cleaned out and you can go in there and start mining that area. They might find some mines in northern Canada in that real cold white area where no one lives because there's no roads and no one goes there. You know, the central northern part of Canada up there by the Arctic, where there's no cities, no life, no nothing. There's still land underneath all that snow. And there is lots of gold, silver, and platinum up there. But that's not going to be accessible until technology of the micronuclear reactor becomes available to take and fly out there in a helicopter, drop off a micronuclear reactor, plug in, drop off some other, all your equipment, plug it all into the power, start mining. You don't have to put in a 1,000 mile road, 1,000 miles worth of telephone poles. The expense of not having to put in those thousands of miles of infrastructure, it'll silver miners, any miner that mines in the northern Canada area starts opening up mining this 2026, they're going to make a killing if they're using micronuclear reactors for power. They're going to make a killing because their cost savings to getting to that mine to actual start mining will be negligible. And that means that they're going to start off right off the bat being able to mine, let's say, for example, silver. Oh, we can't mine that because it would cost too much. for us to put in a 1,000-mile road and infrastructure to get there to Northern California to open up these new silver mines that are just waiting for us. We can't do it till it's about $100 an ounce. Okay, silver gets to be $100 an ounce. Now it's going to be, hey, let's buy a micronuclear reactor. Screw the roads, screw the infrastructure. We no longer need it. Technology is changing the whole landscape of cost of doing business. So now they're going to take, and like I said, drop that micronuclear reactor out there. They're going to get 4 or 5 other mining companies to sign in with them. They're going to run their own infrastructure up in that area, all due to themselves. And they're going to start mining. And they're going to be mining cheaper than it costs to mine right now. But yet the price of silver is going to be 3 to 4 to 5 times higher. So they're going to make a hell of a good profit margin. The new miners that are going to open up using this new technology, that's where you need to look to make some real money on your silver and your gold and your platinum. That's why I talk about clean air metals. Platinum. CLRMF is definitely taking off, guys. Go back, watch my videos. When they first came out and I first learned about them, they were an exploration company. They said they were not going to mine platinum. They're only going to map out the vein that they've discovered and they own. There you go. That tells it all. They're not going to mine platinum until price is unmanipulated, is what they stated. Look at the price of platinum. When they first came out, price of platinum, saying that price of platinum was 1,000, a little less, $900. What's up, Mo Silver? So when Clean Air Metals said they're not going to mine platinum until the price suppression ends on platinum, platinum was at $900 an ounce. They're like, yeah, no, we have the golden goose, and until you quit manipulating the price, we're not going to let you have any of it because we own it. That's what I like about Clean Air Metals. They straight up tell the industry, told BRICS, told Russia and South Africa, yeah, we're the West. We're not going to allow you to price suppress this metal no more. And I've given documentation of how China and BRICS started depleting the price of platinum down to where it was 2 months ago, $1,000, because they joined BRICS. South Africa joined BRICS. You look at the time scale. You look at the cost of platinum. March 2008. It was this exact same price 16 years ago. It was this price 16 years ago. South Africa was not part of BRICS 16 years ago. They didn't join BRICS till 13 years ago. Actually, they became BRICS after they joined. So, and then you start looking at the platinum charts, and you're like, well, hold on a second here. I'll do this for you. I'll make it simple. Let's see if Kiko can get this price up here. And let's go to I don't want 1 minute. Shit. There we go. All time. Okay, 2011. Right around here. You see my cursor? Right around here. That's when South Africa joined BRICS. You see the price of platinum? All up in this area? It was up 1900. They joined BRICS, straight downward. Boom, 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 boom. Never the same again. The highest it got after it joined BRICS was 1300. After it joined BRICS. It joined BRICS, South Africa joined BRICS right here. Platinum was going parabolic. Parabolic back here, 2008. It was like $2,200. Then it crashed. Then it started going again. And it was going to go. It was going to go, keep going up. Way back then in 2011, it was going to go up. But China knew they had to buy shitloads of platinum. So they talked South Africa into joining BRICS. And boom, the price of platinum dropped. and it's been dropped ever since. There you go. Price suppression by freaking China and BRICS. They control the market. They control all the major platinum mining on the internet. Let's go to precious metals quotes and get back here. Yep, it's not quite reached its all-time high yet, but it's floating. And silver's dropped down. It's no longer 71. It's down to 66. So it's getting tampered down. But yet platinum's not getting tampered down. Gold was up $44. It's now down. So silver and gold are getting tamped down. Platinum has not been tamped down yet. Platinum is the one you want. What's up, Mike? Anyone who has platinum, you are going to so love the fact that you have platinum. What's up, silver? Yeah, I mean, we're watching history here. We are at the ask price. So I consider the bid price to be the actual price. People are bidding that. Once that bid price reaches the ask price, we have that's all-time high of platinum right there. 2275, I think, is the all-time high. That's how close we are to it. And it's not gone down. Again, I say, if you were here early, as I started this stream 16 minutes ago, gold's gone down from a gain of $44 to a gain of 27. Silver was at like 250 up. Now it's only 150. Platinum still up 140 bucks, 6%, 6.5%. The other day, Cali, yeah, look at that, Cali, another close to 7% gain in freaking platinum. Tell me it's not going places. This thing is rocking and rolling like never before. It is platinum's time to run for a little bit. It'll slow down, but it's running right now. And it's going to get some more momentum once Clean Air Metals says they're going to start mining. That will significantly raise the price of platinum. So it's still got a long upward momentum. For you people that bought it $700, $800, $900, God love you. Thank you for listening to me. If I'm the reason that you bought it. I'm pretty much the only one screaming about platinum and have been for 3.5 years. So I don't know how no one else talks about that. I talk with Andy Sheckman about platinum. He's like, fuck platinum. It's not that big. I talk with, who else? Ninja likes platinum. Who else did I get into? Rick Rule. Rick Rule's smart guy, very smart guy. I went round and round with him on Liberty and Finance on a live stream where he was there, and I converted him into a platinum looker because he wasn't looking at platinum, being the big sprout guy that he was. He's a smart guy, but I got his attention. And now he likes platinum, and he has been talking about platinum after I talked him into it, along with everyone else who's talking about platinum. They're only talking about it because I talked them into it because they had no look at platinum. Now, wait. Beginning of next year, people will be screaming, holy cow, platinum, 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 platinum. All these YouTubers will be saying, oh, platinum, platinum, platinum. Yeah. You guys who were with Neil Son Dynasty, if you listened to me 3.5 years ago, like Callie, she said she bought it $750. Ninja bought it like $840. A couple other people bought when it was really significantly depressively low. You did great. You did freaking great. Yeah, because there's always when you're looking at charts and price of an asset, of a precious metals asset, it's got indicators. Okay, so the price is going up of platinum, but it's not going to continuously go up. There's a supply and demand curves there. But if you have a distributor of platinum that hasn't tapped in to their platinum as the price goes up, and then they say they're going to tap into their platinum to add to the supply, that's a boost that'll continue the upward momentum of the cost of platinum. So, and this is going to sound foolish. When I was, for those of you that have been with me for 3.5 years, I've had my channel. I was the administrative moderator of, who is that? Ron's Basement, before he went into Unicorn Fart Dust. And about 3 months before he got into Unicorn Fart Dust, I left his channel and I turned it over, moderator over to a couple other people who are now kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But they had a bear. They had a blindfold on it and they had a number on it. Oh, when gold gets this price, we'll take the blindfold off. And I bought Ron a bear I named Plutus, god of wealth in Greek. And it's a little small silver bear, and it has a blindfold on it for $2,500. I says, you take the blindfold off when platinum gets to be $2,500. So I know for a fact that Ron's basement will be talking about platinum when it hits $2,500 because of what I already set up for his channel years ago. And I walked away from his channel. He did his crazy shit, but he's going to come back to platinum because he's going to use that to get people to come back and talk to him and say, hey, I've been talking about platinum for a while. I don't know. I haven't watched his channel, Mike, in so daggone long. When I left his channel because of that months before I knew something was coming. I didn't like the direction his channel was going, so I walked away, and I haven't gone back. I used to call him. I don't call him. Yes, Gerald. I tell you what, Gerald, here, I got something right here that looks better. Or no, it doesn't look better. It looks as impressive as that guy's ring. And this is pathetic. This is all they could turn out. Watch this. You see this? You see that? That's crystallized osmium, 2 millimeter square. And that guy who made that ring for his mom for Christmas. When I say pathetic, that was it. That was the ring he made. I already did a nose ring. So all he did was he took this and he put it on a ring. That's how impressive that is. I had done that a year ago. So not impressed with the Osmium Institute's jewelry division. And I'm looking to take it over, actually. Because they are not creative in their thought process for jewelry, in my opinion, with this new asset of crystallized osmium for jewelry. Yeah, totally not a lot of imagination. Totally not. I mean, Gerald knows what I got going on or what we got going on. And everything the Osmium Institute's turning out is just, I laugh. I'm like, oh my God, we are so going to be rich. Look, platinum's up to 141, which means it gained $1 since we've been talking. And silver's or platinum or gold's gained $3. Silver's gained a couple cents. Still up 6.64%. It's like second day in a row platinum's been taking off. We're so close. I'm hoping I can talk long enough to where those numbers go to where my little cursor is. Here, let me get over here. That number right there, I don't want it to be asked. When that is the bid, that is a new all-time high for platinum. It was 22.74 just a couple minutes. Oh, look, and that's why we're now up to 143. So it jumped up another $2. So that's why this is now, that is the all-time high for platinum. Right now, we're $10 off. We're $10 off of all-time high for platinum. This is very historic. Look at that. Now it's saying as high as 281. I guess I don't know where that came from. I'm not seeing it. I'm not looking at the charts. But this number right here that I got highlighted, 2281, that's the all-time high for platinum. Brand new, happened just today. Kitco is showing this as the high for bid or ask, I guess. I don't know. Low, high. I haven't seen this number right here go that high, but they say it went up to 2281. Oh, now it's dropped back down. We just lost $5. Volatile market, but it's getting there. We will. What's up, Chad? I want a hot dog now. Oh, big time, Jerry. We're Gerald. We're going to be people that know Neil and Gerald are going to like knowing Neil and Gerald. I'll say that. It'll be very prosperous for people who like to know us starting 2026 and beyond. That's because you go to too many baseball games, Mike. You go to too many baseball games and you send your tax dollars to Florida when you should keep them in the state. But hey, that's Washington State for you. It's a little bit Well, I don't know. Washington State and Washington, D.C. are kind of about the same in the weirdness level. Yeah, I'd make it's actually, I don't know what you guys know about this. There is a, nah, I'm not going to talk about it because it's racist. But yeah, Washington's screwed. Washington State's screwed, bro. All those states up there, Oregon, Washington, they're screwed because of the direction they went in. Mm-hmm. Greenbow, Alabama. I'm telling you, Alabama's where it's going to be, brother. UFD is a 1-year-old now. What is the UFD? Universal Federal. I'm not sure what that is, brother. But yep, we're getting there. Oh, we're going downhill now. We're down to 135, not 145. So it might not be today that we get the unicorn fart dust is what Ron's Basement put out. But now I did look at on YouTube highlights where it shows all those things. He went from having like 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers to having 50-some thousand subscribers after he did that unicorn fart dust shit. So he got a lot of crypto people watching his channel. You ought to consider, Mike. You like the environment, and that's cool. Maybe it's because you're in a city, but I challenge you to consider if you would not have that same love of the environment if you were sitting on 10 acres of your own property with a house on it, to where you really wouldn't have to need to leave your property because you'd have so much you could do on your property that the environment would be better. Just a thought process. Because I can understand people wanting to live inside a city, elbows to assholes with other people, not having any breathing room, not allowing to have a yard or garden or grow trees or have big dogs. Or I could see giving up all of that for whatever the hell other stinky ass humans who are elbows to assholes to you brings. But it's not for me. I mean, this city here I live in, fuck. 10 foot, I got a neighbor. 10 foot, I got a neighbor. And that's too close for me. So in cities like Portland, it's more like on the other side of that wall is the neighbor, and you lose that extra 10 foot of separation on both sides. And this city's too much for me. It's too crowded. Yeah, that's again why I'm looking at Alabama, man. You can get some, a nice house, do some work on it, but you'll have acreage. And if you're going to do some work on your house, a house is a house. You can make a house look however you want to make the house look, depends on how much money you want to throw into it. So it really doesn't matter where the house is, in my estimation. The fact of where the house is depends on what style of life you want and how much land you can get with that house. That's why I like Alabama, because they got lots of properties where you get 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 15 acres with a house. And I look out here in California, it's all like, oh, you get 10,000 square foot of yard. What the fuck? So basically, you walk outside, you can maybe walk 1 foot on each side of your house to have your property, not have a backyard, and only have like 10 foot by 25 foot front yard. Dude, that is not the way I want to live. You know what, Silver Patriot? That's why, again, I'm looking at Alabama. I want acreage. I don't want to be close to people. If I want to be the asshole that I am, I don't want neighbors to know. Right now, if I yell, each of my neighbors hears me. So they think I'm an asshole, because you live too close together. You have no freedoms to get mad. And if you get mad, you get labeled. And then you got to break that label free just for being mad for one day some shit happening to you. It's like, fuck that, man. Get away from all these cuckoo for Cocoa Puff peoples. Oh, there ain't no renting for me, brother. And hello, Deplorable Hulk. It's good to see you. No, I'm going to be buying. And I need more than half acre. I don't need to be able to throw a rock and hit someone off my property. If I stand in the center of my property, I want to be able to fucking sling a rock, and when it hits the ground, it's still on my property. So I need about 5 acres, 10 acres. Yeah, a silver, a half acre. That's like a DMZ, dead man's zone around your land, about a half acre. Spread it out like 20, 30 foot, going all the way around your land to accumulate up to the footage of a half acre. I'm not looking for that area. That area does not have what I am looking for. It's too dry. It's gotten, that area of the country's got nothing. I like areas where there's trees, rivers, creeks. And well, shit, I can give you a good example of what I'm talking about here. Let's see how. I'm going to maps here. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys this. This isn't the best view, but this is what I'm talking about. Let's see, how do I share screen? Okay, I need to get off sharing, stop sharing screen, and start sharing this screen. Okay, you see all these little lines? You think they're roads, right? See all these little depressions here? There's actually a line there. It's hard to see. That's a creek. Oh, look. It's got a name for it. Little Oak Mulg Creek. See, I saw that from way up here. There's another small creek. Where is it? Right here. Look, Blue Branch Creek. Let's go over here. There's a road. Here's a creek right here. Nope. Bad eyes. There are creeks and rivers, and this is a 2,000 square foot down here. It says 2,000 square foot from this side to this side, and in 2,000 square foot, there's several creeks. See, that's a road. That's a road, but you see these little side things? These are not all roads. These are little creeks. There's water all through this area, and if you go back up here. See this formations, all these green areas to flat areas? That's elevation change. When you get elevation change, you get lots of creeks. Here, we'll go here. See all these little lines? There's a creek right down there. Let me see if I can't find another creek. There's a creek right there. Underneath, oh, you can see it right there. Grandy Creek. You can identify the creeks because they got all the trees. There are creeks all the fuck everywhere around this place in Alabama. And anywhere you got, and as I said, you can see like right here, elevation changes from this area right here to this area right here. At least I can see it. Let me see if I can't get it layered in a map. Terrain, there we go. Okay, you can kind of sort of see it. There we go. See the creek? Here we go. This is a better. See all these creeks? There's a creek there. There's a creek there. There's a creek there. There's a river here. There's a creek there, there. Right now, I'm at 2,000 foot from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen. Look at all these blue creeks and elevation changes. I'll give you guys a little hint. It means there's gold. Okay? It means there's gold. The chance of gold. Not that there is gold. It's the chance of gold. And you got to do your own research and history and all this other stuff to find out for yourself. Yeah, man. Fucking Alabama's beautiful. Yeah, so the people are fucking assholes. Some of them. They're called rednecks, hillbillies, whatever the hell. You know what, though? You come out here to California, there's actually more assholes. They're not called rednecks or hillbillies. They're called fucking liberals. So you get assholes wherever you live. Out here in California, I can't afford to buy enough land to keep the assholes away. In that area of the country, I can afford to buy enough land to keep the assholes away. So it really doesn't matter what type of asshole you're living around. It's the property you have to keep those assholes off your land. And that brings serenity. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not going to build the boats there. That's where I'm going to live, in that state. And I'm not going to live by my catamaran company. That would be stupid. That would put me in a city that with such great technologies, and since I know absolutely nothing about building boats, I actually don't have to be there. I just have to coordinate how things are going, hook things up, do the logistics part of it. That I'm a little better at. And getting money flowing in so you can pay other people to get the shit done. And I don't have to live near them to watch them get it done. And if they don't get it done, you fire them and put someone else in there who does get it done. That's how you do corporations. There's little creeks or little areas for you to go out on your property on the weekend. If you have 10 acres, do a little panning, come up with a grain or two of gold every week that you go out there to do a little panning. And after a year, you have yourself a free ½ ounce. And if they reevaluate gold, reevaluate the price to like 15,000, that's a free $7,000, man. That pays for your freaking land for the year. You know why? Because they've got the lowest property tax in the nation of property taxes. Florida has no property tax, so it's not in that evaluation. It has 0 property tax. Of states that have property taxes, Alabama has the absolute lowest at 0.02%. The smallest. Well, yeah, there you go, Gerald. If you do LiDAR over the property, you can really get a good image of what's going on. And then you should look to buy in areas after you do the LiDAR, because it tells you a lot more than okay, Silver. Have you ever seen, what do you think of Silver Patriot Love God Man? What do you think of Tennessee? Is it too hot in Tennessee? Because if it's not too hot in Tennessee, it's not too hot in Alabama, because Alabama and Tennessee border at the north. And yes, it's still part of Alabama. They get snow, they get sleet, they get hail, they get snow buildup on the ground in the mountains up there. Southern Alabama is what you see on TV when they show you the Gulf Coast or the Redneck Riviera. That's Mobile, Alabama. That's along the beach. Yes, it gets hot there. Alabama's a pretty long state. The northern part of it's got mountains. They're the base of the Appalachian Mountains, where the original first gold rush in America started, the Appalachian Mountains. And then it stopped over 150 years ago and never was picked up. Research. That's another reason to like Alabama. Alaska's cool. It's just way too fucking cold year round for me. But there's a lot more assets up there you can get out of the ground, because not that as many people go up there to get those assets out of the ground. Or actually just the assets of the land itself and the wildlife. But tornadoes don't happen in hilly, mountainous areas. That's in the central Alabama. Northern Alabama doesn't get that. They just get snowstorms and rain. Never gets hurricanes. They'll get the rain of a hurricane after the winds slow down. It's actually an ideal spot. And if you look at commerce, you look at Atlanta, Birmingham, Montgomery. That's 3 cities within 150 miles. If you put a business in between there, just from numbers and mathematical statistics of business models, that area you'll do very well. That's like there's a grocery outlet's opened up down the road about 7 years ago. Before that, about 10 years ago, I got up with a couple other people in this town and said, hey, the numbers of this area say we should have a grocery store. It'll succeed. Let's try and get a grocery store in this area. Boom, there's a grocery store in this area now. It's not, you look for business opportunities not off of what you want, but what the math says, depending on the type of business you want to get into. If I wanted to get into a grocery store business, I could have opened up one there because the numbers showed that it would be relevant to open up one there. The problems with opening up one here, the numbers of population suggest that there should be one there and it'll be prosperous. It's just the population in this area isn't the most wealthy and a more criminal type. So you'll have theft, so they have to hire 2 security guys, which takes away from profit margin. So it's not the ideal spot to have a grocery store, but one is needed and they still make profit. All they did was open it up, fill it with food, and they're making profit. Because the numbers showed that in that area, the surrounding quarter mile, there was no food service, no grocery store. Population numbers dictated that if you put one in that area, you would make money. There's one in that area, it's now making money. That's how business works. If you're going to do like a festival events land, you look at that, you look at the numbers, you look at access, you look at, okay, from Atlanta to Birmingham, Highway 20, a couple million people go across that road every freaking day. That sounds like a good place to open up a business because you'll have a lot of foot traffic if you can catch through advertisement the people that go across that road to get to your place. It's numbers. It's all numbers. It's math. Alabama's beautiful, Callie. I mean, they got their assholes. Humans come and go. It's like out here in California. California is really not beautiful anymore. Our oak trees, the California oak tree, is going to be extinct within 2 years because the governor hasn't wanted to fight this bug that's killing it. We're allowing our shit to be burned down. We're allowing our businesses to rerun off because of high taxes and shitty regulations. And it's turning into to where even the only nice part of California is the Sierra Nevadas. Once you hit the Central Valley and go to the Pacific, it sucks until you actually get to the Pacific. So it's like straight lines. This area of California is nice and the coastal area is nice. Everything in between, it's not even pretty anymore. Alabama's pretty. And the people here in California, they're just people. 30 years ago, they weren't the same people. They were a different type of people than they are today. I've been here for about 29 years, so I can say that. And they haven't changed for the better. They've changed for the worse. So people are people. You got to look at the land and what the land looks like. And it doesn't matter what state the land's in, unless you're real concerned about regulations and taxes. Just look for a large lot of land that's beautiful, that brings peace and tranquility to you, because no one else can go on that land if you buy it. Doesn't matter what state that land's in. If it's in Alaska, Hawaii, Alabama, Florida, Oklahoma, Idaho, Wyoming, Maine, wherever you feel comfortable and have enough land, and you can have enough space for yourself, and the land is beautiful. Doesn't matter the state. Yeah, exactly, Gerald. Again, it's all numbers. It's just math. You see something, you're like, okay, they're going to need that idea in Alaska, Gerald. Ooh, Callie, you need to hook up with us. We're going to be growing container mushrooms. You can get 700 pounds every 2 weeks of mushrooms. You can just set them near a grocery store year round. They can get fresh mushrooms. Imagine Silver Patriot, how much money they could save over importing mushrooms all the way up to Alaska if they grew them right outside the grocery store. Mushrooms price would go down, and they'd still make a hell of a profit. Sean Hammond, good idea, brother. Even if you like your house, if you find, again, it's the land. If you find land that makes you feel good and you can buy it, dude, that's what life's about. It's about being happy. You know, I'm not happy right now. I don't like being in a city, but that's why I'm moving. There's a lot of things happening right now. Again, it's all about yeah, there you go. They can always visit. And if you make your land a nice place, people will visit. People you want on your land will visit, which will make a much more tranquil environment for you to live. and be happy. That's more what life's about. I don't like my house or my neighborhood, man. I've been trying for 23 freaking years. Since 2002, I've been in Vallejo. I'm the same person today as I was then. I go outside, I clean up the sidewalk, I clean up the street, I pressure wash things, keep the public area looking good. And I've done that in this block and the block one down there for 23 years, almost 24 years. Haven't got anybody to help. Almost 2.5 decades of doing something in the same 2-block area, and no one has picked up that they should help clean up their own neighborhood to make it nice and feel like it's a good, not disgustingly ugly, dirty place to live in. You feel better if your road is clean, your sidewalks are clean, weeds are pulled out of the road or not even growing in the road. It just makes you feel better. And in 23 years of me doing that here, not one person stepped up. Not one. In 24 years. So I don't have good neighbors. I have pretend neighbors. They pretend they're good people. They're not. Their actions say otherwise. Yeah, Callie. Less house, more land. I'm actually even looking at 2-bedroom, 1 bath because I'm single. I don't need a 3-bedroom. But if it's got like 5, 10, sizable lot, yeah, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, no problem. I got 3 acres with it. Yeah, 1,100 square foot, 3 acres. Love it. And it's got a fireplace and gas stove and a bathtub instead of a shower. My 3 criteria: fireplace, bathtub. What was the other one? Land. No, inside the house. Inside the house is a fireplace, bathtub, and gas cooker. Those are the only 3 requirements. Everything else can be remodeled. And you can remodel that too, but it's a little more expensive. If it's already in there, it's cheaper to remodel. And my enthusiasm for platinum has done nothing but drive the price down back to $130 gain today over the $150 it had. Damn it. But according to this thing, it still got up to $22.81, which means it passed its all-time high. It just didn't maintain it. Well, you can have that in Alaska. Now, in Alabama, I do love the laws there. Trespassing. You can shoot trespassers. You have to notify them they're trespassing, and then if they don't leave, you can shoot them. So people are a lot more. The saying, good fences make good neighbors, applies more down there. Because if you have in your back of your head, hey, if I walk off the road right now, whose property am I on? And will they be able to shoot me? Keeps you from doing a lot of stupid shit. Bottom line. It's like separating the wheat from the chaff. Only the idiot, stupid ones that shouldn't be progressing through life will do stupid shit that'll cost them to lose their life. The rest of us have common sense. Callie, when Bush II Jr. was in office, his family bought the 2nd largest water reserve down in Paraguay. And it's the 2nd largest freshwater reserve in the American continents. And he said, and this is Bush Jr., and he said, fresh water will be worth more than gas in the future. And the Bush family invested in fresh water. So I already knew what you just said. You need good water in these AS understand. Yeah, I already knew that. I knew that when Bush was president, not senior, junior. So we're talking 80s, late 80s. He was president. Whenever he was president, I knew that water was going to be an issue. And then they started doing fracking, which increased the viability of not having good water. Because if you frack to get oil, it kills the underground water. See, now America's sitting on more oil than anyone in the world, but it's shale oil. It means it's rock oil, which means we have to frack it to get the oil out, which means we're going to contaminate our fresh water under aquifer under our soil. So yeah, I've known about that since the 80s and been looking at ways to go around it. And ways to go around it are, hey, catamarans have water makers. It takes salt water and make fresh water. You're around it. But you can't have gardens on boats. But what you can have is you can have a stream on your land that you can distill and get fresh water from, or get the contaminants out of, and use that water if you have a year-round running creek. The availability of having a year-round running creek increases if you buy in areas like Alabama, like I was just showing you. Almost every freaking third hill has a creek on it. So if you buy 100 acres, you're probably going to have 2-3 creeks, possibly a river on your property. So that area of the country allows you the opportunity to not have problems with water that other people will have. And it'll also make that land more valuable as more people start to understand and realize what the fuck's going on with water. And that's why, Gerald, I want to buy a lot of 100, 150, 200 acre lots. For many reasons, that's one of them. But yeah, platinum's going back down now. It looks like maybe tomorrow we're going to hit the all-time high. Silver did pass $70 and is holding strong. Looks like it might get to 71. But platinum's gone back down. Still up 130, $129 today. It's still up 6%, which is far greater than any. Well, palladium's coming close, but the other two metals of gold and silver aren't even. Past couple of days haven't even come close to the gains that platinum's have given you. Good thing about a lot of these data centers, or a lot of these computing centers, they're going to be up in space. And I talk about space so much, and I have for a long time. Since I started my channel, I talk about space mining, landing on the moon. Everyone says, oh, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. I'm crazy. Elon Musk is crazy. Bezos is crazy. And there's this other billionaire who sold $2.2 billion worth of Ripple. He's also crazy. Because of the four of us, those three are doing space operations. Elon Musk is going to put data centers up in space. Bezos is building a freaking space station, International Space Station. The Ripple billionaire who sold out of Ripple, he's building a space station. So I'm as crazy as billionaires. Let's everyone become billionaires and be crazy. Because if you think space operations are not possible, look at what the billionaires are investing billions of dollars in, and ask yourself how foolish your thoughts are. Because people who are actually successful are investing in something that you say is not going to happen. So who's going to be rich and who's going to be poor? The rich people are going to lose all their money because you're poor and you say so? Okay. It's not a good way to be rich, but you're allowed to think what you want. You look at what your country is doing and what the billionaires are doing if you want to be rich. Right now, this year, 2025, America had $8.8 trillion funnel into our country. An investment. We have another 13 trillion, thereabouts, is going to flow into our country next year. I did a live stream on where this money is going to be going. Saudi Arabia is investing $1.5 trillion in America for manufacturing. But yet we're not going to be a manufacturing nation. No, we're not. We're a consumer nation. We're going to die. China's going to take over. Okay, fools, whatever you think, you're going to be poor the rest of your life. If you look at the areas that Saudi Arabia is investing $1.5 trillion, it's in manufacturing. 500 billion of it is into space infrastructure here in America to launch shit to outer space. Why the fuck is Saudi Arabia investing $500 billion in a manufacturing infrastructure for space here in America? They're stupid. Oh, okay. Yeah, that or Neil's right. There's going to be space operations. You're going to have mom's kid in the basement eating tortilla pizza rolls, not playing PlayStation. He's going to be operating a fucking lunar vehicle that's harvesting fucking H3 on the moon. That's the future. There's just so many things coming people don't fucking realize. Make that disappear. It's redacted. I can't take that statement out. You can retract it. If I do anything, it'll do it to you. Hello, Jeffro. Jeffro Bodine. Or Bodine. $2 pizza. Holy cow. Yeah, it will operate everything, but it's not going to operate all the work. I don't know how AI is going to come in and fix my plumbing, change electrical sockets, or pull sheetrock off the wall and put new insulation in and new windows in when I want to remodel. We are so many tens of years away from having any robotic technology even close to that capability. But, yeah, I do have a lot of fear. We're all going to die. Oh, no, we're not. Only those that think we're going to die are going to die. Everyone else is going to make money. Because what you need to think of is when we invented refrigeration and freezing, did we all die? Because that was an investment or an advancement of technology that destroyed two careers, the Iceman and the Milkman. They used to have milk trucks. Guys would drive around neighborhoods. Guy got paid 40 hours a week to drive around neighborhood to deliver milk and ice. Then we invented this thing called the refrigerator and freezer, and the world ended because those two careers left. No, those guys went to making refrigerators and freezers. It doesn't progress that fast. Yeah, we're going to have robots that are going to take over the world and do all the work. No, they're still looking for a robot. And they have been. I've kept up with this technology. A robot, ironworker robot. Oh, my God. There was a job up in Reno. Oh, what was it, like 10 years ago? They tried it was called the Dragon. It was a decking robot. They went bankrupt. It didn't work. They went so bankrupt. And then they called in ironworkers to finish the job. Yeah, there's just certain things our robotic technology is not incapable of handling. Laying sheets of 3-foot long corrugated metal, 30-foot wide on a fucking roofing system or on a flooring system is one of those things. Because how's the robot going to move that shit around? Now you got to hook things up to it. Well, how's the robot going to hook things up? Is he going to do it himself or is someone else going to do it? You see how you need people, even if you're going to use robots? That robotic system it was called the Dragon. It took 5 guys to set up. I have a decking crew of 4 guys. I could have decked that fucking job cheaper than the manpower they had to pay to operate the robot, much less the expense of the robot that didn't work. So I'm not too happy with the way robotics is going. It's way too behind. And then I've seen this invention, and it's a cool invention, how to climb up a column. They no longer make you use muscle to climb up a column. They got these little foot thingies that you put on your feet. They got little slots in them. You slot it in at an angle, and on the inside of the flange, it's like an H. You slot it in on one side of the H, and then it latches on the other side, and then you push up, and you do the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. They tried it with a robotic unit to have a connector, be able to grab the steel off the crane's line and connect it. That company went bankrupt. So yeah, it's a great thought. It's a great idea. Hey, we're going to have laser guns next week. Next week of 2021, not 2020. It's 100 years out. What's up, Silver? Ruger, like the gun? The Ruger? 308? I think it might be, actually. A silver Ruger 308. I think the Ruger is the German gun, handgun. Not too hip. It's been 10, 20, 35 years since I've had to know anything about handguns and guns. And I got away from them when I got away from them. I had someone hand me, I don't know if you can see it, that shotgun right there. It's unloaded. The shells are right here. Yeah, the shells are right here. Some of the shells. Here's the shells to the shotgun. It's unloaded, and it's in the corner. I've had people pull guns on me. I've gotten in so many fights in this neighborhood, chased away Nortanians, Hells Angels, fucking all kinds of people. Never had to use it. And I had a gun pulled on me. And I still didn't use mine. Well, that's not a bad temperature. Let's see. I think it's like fucking 60 here in Northern California today. No, it's not telling me this. Yeah, no, not telling me this. I think it's like 61 or 62 here. Anyhow, it looks like platinum's back to the positive 130. Not going to break its all-time high. I was hoping it would. Dag nibbity nabbit. Yeah, I got my windows open, actually. I got 2 of my windows open, so it's not too cold here at all. You guys make sure to hit that like button, share, and eat watermelon. It is so good for your high cholesterol, your bad cholesterol, your good cholesterol, and the inner linings of your veins, of your arteries and veins. It helps elasticize them or make them more, where you'll have less problem with plaque and cholesterol build up in your arteries and veins. You know what? I actually enjoy cleaning. Organizing is a different story. Cleaning, like my floors, I use a Clorox solution on my floors almost every other day. And on the lower walls, anything that the cats can touch gets wiped down. So as far as sterility, I'm good to go. I do it frequently. But as far as organization, no, this place looks like shit, man. But it's clean. Dude, I'm eating, actually. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. Out this window right here, I got a table. I got the last of my watermelons that I grew this year. And here's a cool thing. If you harvest a watermelon and it's not red inside, it's white, still eat it. Because that white shit, it means that the watermelon was premature. But the white part of the rind, that's the part of the rind or the watermelon that has a majority of the health benefits for you. And the watermelon I have out there is the last one of the year. And it on the outside, it ripened quick and it had all the sound and all the things were right to it. And then I cut it open. It was all white. I was like, because it was premature. It ate because it was the last one, wintertime coming up. It didn't get fully mature. And the whole inside's white, which means it's got that chemical. It's like a licotine or something like that. The chemical that helps with your cholesterol and elasticity of your veins. So I'm eating that son of a bitch. And yeah, it's working. Homegrown, the best watermelons you can get is grow them yourself. Pete, I'm surprised you have time to type. If you guys don't know my boy Sasquatch, his family, they're the big hairy ones you see when they say, "Is Sasquatch alive?" And you see all these pictures. That's his family. But he actually runs like a small farm. And he, I think, has 20 new baby goats he just had to birth. So he is a very, very busy guy. And I thank you for showing up. I myself wouldn't have time. There you go, Sean. Weeding out the carrots. Good homegrown carrots. Okay. I know you well, Pete. Actually, Pete and I don't talk enough, in my opinion, but he's a real busy guy. I like talking with Pete. He's a very intelligent guy as well. Yep, that's the saying, Pete. Hey! Do what you can where you're at while you're there. I'm weeding myself, smoking the weed. I'm not picking it. I picked it a while ago. Yeah, some cats, it's not fighting you here. What it is I got like 13 of, well, no, I only got about 7 on the bed. and one will jump up on the bed and land on one of the sleeping cats, and he freaks out, and or she, and that's where you hear, because that's their instant someone landed on me while I'm asleep reaction. It's not fighting. Very, very seldom are they fighting. And oh my gosh. Oh, let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, I love it. I think I already showed it on one of my live streams, but it was something I was saying would happen. And it was something I told people that the president would do. And I said this last year. I'm looking for the video right now. I got it saved. I had said that Trump was going to sign an executive order reclassifying marijuana from a class 1 felony to a class 3 misdemeanor nationally, federally. I had stated that. Okay, not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh, here it is. Hold on a second. Let me get you guys. Okay. Ooh, platinum's gone back up $6. Huh, it might hit its new all-time high today. I'll get rid of that video and go to. Sorry, I gotta share screen. I gotta put this one down. Share screen. Yes, here it is. All right, let's see if I got this. Yep, okay. I said he was going to sign an executive order. I said he was going to do what he's doing behind that desk over a year ago. I predicted. No, I did not predict. I knew what the government was doing because I keep up with what they're doing.
An executive order to reschedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 controlled substance with legitimate medical uses. We have people begging for me to do this, people that are in great pain. For decades, this action has been requested by American patients suffering from extreme pain, incurable diseases, aggressive cancers, seizure disorders, neurological problems, and more, including numerous veterans with service-related injuries and older.
I don't know if you guys know the story, but there are a couple people out there that have stated that they have used weed to cure cancer in themselves. And they're actually being hunted right now by the federal government. But what this executive order does, within a couple of years, you're going to start hearing about cures for cancer.
There are Americans who live with chronic medical problems that severely degrade their quality of life. And it's so really, I mean, just, I can't tell you, I think I probably have received more phone calls on this, on doing what we're doing. I don't think I received any calls on the other side of it, but hopefully this reclassification, which by the way, polls at 82%, will help.
82% of the people in America want this done. This is very important. I'm going to stop this video. We don't need to hear any more about it. I wanted to make a business point. The business point of this video is 82% of the nation. More people that vote specifically Republican, specifically Democrat, more people that buy just Fords or just Chevys, more people that just do anything, any other asset class on the planet doesn't have 82% of the people on board. This asset class of medical use and industrial use of marijuana has 82% of the people behind it. The asset class, the reason why he's doing this is because there's so many big money companies out there wanting to throw billions and billions and tens of billions of dollars at this asset class. I'm telling you right now, what's going to happen is all this money is going to flow in to the marijuana markets, the legal, legitimate marijuana markets. It's like a cup. This is the asset class of the marijuana stocks. It's the lid is going to get blown off, and it's going to, because the asset class is going to get so much money funneled into it. What's going to happen to all the companies that are in this asset class when it's already filled up to here and they're in there, and it goes up? The whole asset class gets flooded with tens of billions of dollars. Every single stock in that asset class is going to go up. Now it comes down to your personal research on these different stocks in that asset class as to how much profit margin you're going to make. You will make. Not a prediction, it's a fact. How is it a fact? Because that's how things work, and I'm explaining to you how it's going to happen because of that executive decision or executive order that Trump just passed. It is not going to take long, because the 1.5 years or 1 year of work, legal work done to make it legal, that executive order, because it's got to go through the legal system, make sure it's legal, and then it gets enacted. November 2024, the DEA and Justice Department started working on the vernacular to be able to change weed from Schedule 1 felony to a Schedule 3 misdemeanor, because there's wording matters in the law. They had 13 months of doing it. They told Trump they had it done in October. I was expecting this to happen in October. So what that means is you're not going to have to wait till 2027 to see something happen for it to go through the legal system for them to say, yep, this is legal, we can do it, and then the money flows in. That legal process has already been done. Now he's signing an executive order. You got maybe 2 to 3 months, and the medical marijuana and industrial marijuana asset class of the stock market and businesses is going to skyrocket by March, April at the latest. So look at those stocks in that asset class, because your government just told you it's going to explode. You want to make money? How do you get into making money on the stock market? You get into asset classes before they explode. They just lit the fuse. It's going to explode. You want to make money? I just told you how to make money. Your government just told you how to make money. I just explained to you how your government told you how to make money, because all you see is whatever you saw him talk about. When in reality, those people that were behind him were Duke University doctors. Okay, Harvard has $250 billion. Duke probably has $50 billion in annuities, in savings in their bank accounts for the school to invest in things. Duke University, all these university professors were behind him. Financial bankers were behind him, along with some patients that got cured from, or he helped from medical reasons that medical marijuana was used for. All were behind him as he was signing the executive order. Those billionaires are just going, yeah, okay, I can't invest in it today, but in 24 hours, I'll be able to start investing. Explosion of an asset class. There you go. You want to be rich. That's it. GJF, yes. Schedule 1 substance to a Schedule 3, making it legal for investing. And it takes it from a felony to a misdemeanor. So now marijuana is not a felony. If you smoke, you can walk into a courthouse smoking a joint, you get slapped with a ticket. It's like jaywalking. That's the legalities of what he just signed. The other part of legalities is it opens up financial pathways for companies, businesses, and everyone else, and individuals to invest in that asset class, because it's now legal to invest in that asset class, because you can't invest in felonies. You can misdemeanors. And it's only a misdemeanor for use, for smoking and ingesting. For study and all that stuff, it's not a misdemeanor. You can now legally do it if it's a Schedule 3. So if you keep up with what your government's doing, and I've said this on past live streams, you'll be a billionaire. Your government tells you where they're putting money. We got $22 trillion flowing into America. Okay. Ride the wave. Money wave coming in. Jump on it. Shh. you'll be a lot better off because wherever it's not going to be broke. It's going to make more money. All that money flooding into America is not flooding into America to lose money. They're investing in America, manufacturing. So they expect a return on investment. So invest on what people expect what billionaires expect a return on investment in. Invest in that. You'll win. You can do that right now. All you got to do is go on Google. Where is these countries? Where's Japan where's Korea? Google, where's Korea investing $500 billion? Hold on. I've talked about this. It's called shipbuilding. If you want a job next year, there's over $1.5 trillion invested in shipbuilding in America. You want that card if you want work at top pay. Let's see. What's it say? I can't see with the lights off. Transportation worker identification card. Transportation worker identification card. This is a federal background check that allows me to go into secure areas of ports and docks to work. If there's secure areas, you get paid more. If South Korea just invested $500 billion into port structures and infrastructure for ports in America, and I'm not going to break it out right now. Trump was talking about shipbuilding. He's been talking about it for some time. If you go on the news, you should see something, research it. The past couple of days, he's been talking about we're going to be building freaking shitloads of ships, long, big ones. He's talking about building 12 battleships, bigger than the Missouri that's in Alabama right now, or the Alabama that's in Mobile, bigger than those battleships. We're going to be building them here in America. You want to know where that $500 billion is going, along with about $1 trillion of other investment into American ports, reconstruction and renovation and modernization, so that we can start building boats again? We're going to be a boat building country again, because when we build boats, we're going to build more boats than anyone in the world, because we needed a lot of boats, big boats, steel boats. Yes, with American steel. Pascagoula, Mississippi. You want to be a shipbuilding, get in that industry? Move to Mobile, Alabama, and Pascagoula, Mississippi. They're going to be cranking out battleships for the next 15 years. Good career choice. If you want to move, make top dollar. Your government tells you what they're doing, guys. You get to decide if you want to be rich or not off of what your government is giving you the opportunities to be rich off of. You decide if you are wealthy by choices you make, by knowledge you gain. Gain knowledge, become wealthy. It's for the taking. You move to Pascagoula, Mobile, you'll be employed for your whole career. Good top dollars if you got that TWIC card. It doesn't matter. American steel industry's fallen to 20% of what it was 40 years ago. We need to build it back up. That's the backbone of America, the steel industry. And we've been killing it. Trust me, I've been in the steel business for 35 years. I've seen America kill my business, literally, my legitimate business. I don't know if I still have it. I'm still getting... My most recent one, I don't have it offhand, was a credit card application from American Express. They sent it to Han Solo Iron Works, my company that closed down in 2020. Steel company. Yeah, America's been killing my business for 40 years, bro. It's about time we invest in it and get some money in it. As I'm going to retire, it's going to start booming. Iron workers probably get paid 2 to 3 times what I'm making now in 5 years, but I'll be retired. My whole career in ironworking has been fuck America, by the world saying fuck America, and Americans saying fuck America. And my pay, my benefits, my life, my everything, every chance I've had has been going downward since 1993. when I joined ironworking, because America didn't give a shit about the steel industry, and it's only gotten worse. And that's the backbone of our economy. You want to know why we're having problems? Think about it. Do a little research. It's out there for the taking. If not, come here, I'll tell you. But that's changing because shipbuilding is coming back, people. Steel shipbuilding. Jobs, 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 on top of everything else I've already said about manufacturing, about space infrastructure, and all this other stuff. We don't have, right now, Ford needs 5,000 qualified mechanics. They'll pay you $150,000 a year if you're qualified. You want a job? For $150,000 a year, just go to where Ford needs their mechanics. Oh, you don't know how to be a mechanic? It takes 2 years. Change your life. We don't have motivated motherfuckers in this country. Well, again, Jiffer, that's because of regulations. And I noticed this in the 80s when Japan was coming up with better cars than America. And I was like, that's bullshit. It's manufacturing. So you're saying their manufacturing standards are different than ours? The regulations were. And what I found out is, like, for the drive shaft on a Japanese car in the 80s and the drive shaft for an American car in the 80s, where it fits into the slot and you have to have a very small tolerance where it gets wear and tear, the Japanese cars regulations stated 0.0003% tolerance. The American regulations said 0.003. That's a big amount of difference on a tight spot piece that's got to spin. If you have that extra room, it's going to be less quality. And thus, through regulation, we killed our car industry. We're getting it back by getting rid of those regulations. That's why Trump said we're getting rid of 10 for every one we pass. Again, your government tells you where to make money. You just got to listen to them and understand what the fuck they're saying. I didn't even finish 10th grade. I figured this shit out. Sweet, Herrera. Well, I'm in Spanish. I'm a Herrera. I'm an iron worker, a blacksmith, iron worker. Yeah. Callie, it'll get back up, Callie. It's all in cycles. And that's why I like Ninja. He's talking about cycles. 50-year, 80-year, 100-year cycle. 50-year cycle is the destruction of the fucking iron. It's ending. 80-year cycle, I'm not too sure. 100-year cycle, the Fed and taxes. They're ending. They're cycles. See, you look at one. I'm only gold. I'm only gold. I'm only gold. I'm only gold. I don't see nothing but gold. You're going to get crushed, bro. You don't have a clue what's going on. Not crushed. You'll do okay. You lost every opportunity, but you'll do okay. Blinders on is the worst thing you can do. Step back. Look at the scenario. You think you got the scenario figured out? Step back again. Figure out the scenario. You think you got to figure it out? Step back again. And in doing that, you're going to gain so much knowledge, you won't have to do that anymore. You'll be able to look at something and go, that's worth investing in. Because you were intelligent enough to take the blinders off and read. Hey, our government just put out, they're going to do this. Holy shit. But it has nothing to do with gold. It has nothing to do with gold. It has nothing to do with gold. So the fuck what? You want to make money? Or do you want to keep bitching? Oh, I don't have enough money to buy gold. Who the fuck? Why are you buying gold anyhow? That's a waste of money. And that's a factual statement for intelligent people who know about gold. It's a waste of money. Big time waste of money. Sell it. Don't buy it. And if you know what I mean by that, you'll be rich. I'm positioning myself, along with Gerald, into where we'll be sellers. Small time, but sellers of gold, not buyers. Just sell. We'll just sell, not buy. How much money do you make? The more important question is, how the fuck can you do that? You figure that one out, you're going to be rich. I'm working on it. You guys have been watching my show for long enough. You should have figured it out. I've been telling y'all. I do like a Trump thing. Weave, big time. Weave. 5-6 shows all connect into each other. Yeah, metals are on fire right now. It's a 45-year run. Every 45-ish years, they go on a 10-year bull run. It's, again, predictable. Exactly. Again, just like I said, it's predictable. Your children will see. If you're having children today, they'll be in their mid-40s before we see another gold bull run. You'll be dead. If they don't know the information that you didn't pass down to them, they're going to miss it. That's kind of sort of what's been happening over every 45 years. Because it's longer term. People deny the Holocaust. Are they going to remember what happened 45 years ago if they deny something that happened 90 years ago? Not even 90. No, 90, 85, 90 years ago. You know, so it's fear's a mind killer. It's one good statement. Knowledge will gain you power and prestige and money and influence. Hey! But yeah, knowledge is about knowing where money's going, where money's flowing. If it's coming in from another country, they're looking for return on investment. So look where that money's flowing. If it, whatever the fuck industry, it doesn't have to be gold. Whatever industry $1 billion or $1 trillion is funneling to from another country. Like, again, example, South Korea funneling in $500 billion into shipbuilding in America. We don't build ships. What the fuck? That's a stupid man. Smart man. What ports are getting renovated? I'm going to invest in them so I can enjoy that profit margin growth as well. Smart man. Stupid man. What the fuck are they doing investing in shipbuilding? We don't build ships. We don't do this. We don't. Yeah. That's the stupid man. That's 95% of the people out there. Smart people are like, where's the money going? Because wherever it's going to hit, that's going to explode upward. So if I have some money in something that's going to explode upward and I have future knowledge of this happening, why am I not investing in that? Because I only do gold, only gold. Fuck. Only do crypto, only do gold, only do stock, only do land, only do space, only do air, only do water, only do shit, only do pork bellies, only do everything to become wealthy. Know what your government's doing. Your government's doing everything. Money's $22 trillion ain't funneling into one industry. It's funneling into about 50 industries here in America. Put your money there. 5 years, you'll be a millionaire. You don't have to do shit except for don't spend it. You know, whatever. In dollars, not gold. I'm not exactly sure. Let me go back up, see if I can't catch some sort of reference to what you're going for here. Platinum is all-time high. Has it hit an all-time high yet? No. It depends. It's the bid is 2267. The ask is 2277. The all-time high. Well, actually, it has surpassed it. It has surpassed it. It just hasn't maintained it. There was it says here 2284, which is definitely a past platinum's all-time high. But on the bid ask, the ask is $2 over platinum's all-time high of what is that? 22. I thought it was 2285. Now I'm gonna have to do. I think it's 2280. Now I'm gonna have to do a Google search. I'm not exactly sure what is platinum all-time high. I think it's 2285. No, 22 to see. Platinum's all-time high was around, doesn't give a specific, 2270 to 2276 is what it's saying. I thought it was a little higher. So we got right now, you guys, I'm talking, okay? Right now we got at all-time high. Yeah, you're correct. It's ask is all-time high, 2277. But then it has over on the other side on Kitco, it says its high for today reached 2284, which I don't understand. But yeah, platinum has reached its all-time high. Go platinum, baby. The only metal that has not reached its all-time high. Look what all the other metals have done. Common sense, people. Common sense. Silver's all-time high was 51. What is it? 70. Way past it. Gold's all-time high. Whatever, 2000. Way past it. Platinum just hit its all-time high. Do you think it's going to go way past it? Like every other metal is? Of course it is. It's still good investment. Platinum will be shit. What's gold? $4,500 for gold. Platinum will be $9,000. 2 years, maybe less. Oh, it's not an opinion. It's a historical fact. GJF, historical fact. Back in 1933, when gold was revalued, just overnight, it jumped up in price being revalued. In 1932, platinum was 2.5 times the price of gold. In 1933, after the reevaluation, platinum was 2.5 times the price of gold. 100 years ago, all the way up till 2011, platinum was twice the price of gold. For over 150 years since its creation, our knowledge of it and use of it, it has been twice the value of gold. If you look at a platinum coin from the American Royal Sovereign Mint, a 1 ounce platinum. Hey, I'm talking. A 1 ounce platinum coin has a $100 value on it. A 1 ounce gold coin has a $50 value by the Royal Sovereign Mint of the American government. They value platinum twice as much as gold. What we have here is an anomaly. It started in 2011 because before 2011, till the beginning of history of the charts on platinum gold price, platinum was 2.5 times the price of gold, all the way up till 2011. What happened? Watch my videos. I've done great descriptions on what happened. It's called BRICS. That's why BRICS is no good. Everyone's like, oh, SWIFT is manipulated. Hey, what did I tell you? SWIFT manipulates. Well, shit, so does BRICS. Why are they better? Oh, they just manipulate another asset class or some other way. They do other manipulation that we don't. That's why they're better. Yeah, those YouTube channels are going to go away. That's called stupid. SWIFT 2.0 is coming. It's called ISO 222. It's got, I believe, 100 cryptocurrencies that have been approved for worldwide transfer of funds from country to country, to major corporation to major corporation, and humans can use anywhere in the world. BRICS cryptocurrencies only used in BRICS countries. Which one's bigger? Which one's going to win? I'm sorry, facts are facts. America will be great for a very long time. The SWIFT 2.0 system, ISO 222, is accepted worldwide. BRICS cryptocurrency is only accepted in BRICS countries. They're limited to 23 countries. SWIFT system is limited to 187 of them. Who the fuck do you think's going to win? God bless America and everyone here, because we're going to be great. There's going to be bad times. If 1 year of life means that the world's going to end, then it ended a long time ago. Because 1 year bad and 20 to 30 years of good times doesn't make an ending. It makes a beginning. We're ending a fiat dollar system, a 50-year plus, 55-year plus of government economic growth. We're going to private economic growth. Let's do price discovery. Let's let private industry. Okay, we're getting it. Why the fuck are you bitching? because you want a bitch. I understand. Not you people, other YouTube shows. It drives me nuts, some of the things people say. Yeah, that was great, Pete. Picking up a AU under 800, picking up platinum under 800, picking up silver under 20. Fuck me. I think when I started saying buy silver and platinum before I knew about crystallized osmium, platinum was like in the sevens, 750s, 7 something, and silver was 18 to 20, 22 ish. Yeah. Everything's good. Everything I said, and crystallized osmium goes up 15% yearly, so it's way up too. Yeah, I see the big picture, Gerald. I see what's going on, and I'm not placing myself squarely on one side or another. I see the big picture, and I'm gonna play the big picture. If there's a point in time where the BRICS system will work for something that I'm doing because of connections I need to make through one of the BRICS countries, I'll deal with the BRICS people. I don't give a fuck. It's business. I don't know their business, but I'll get to learn it. Like if Vietnam joins BRICS, dude, I'm gonna have to. I plan on doing business with Vietnam in the future with GEMS, import export. So I'm gonna have to deal with Vietnam. If they join BRICS, I'm gonna have to fucking deal with BRICS. My company's gonna have to partner with BRICS. What's up, Andrew? And BRICS country of Vietnam will be able to deal with my company because they use the Swift Point 2.0, which is ISO 222 compliant digital asset classes that came from the cryptocurrency realm. Because in my opinion, and no one talks about this either, and this is something that even people that know about ISO don't say anything, they're regulated. They're no longer decentralized, so they're no longer cryptocurrency. But yet they're still listed on the cryptocurrencies exchanges. There needs to be another exchange opening up. And not saying it will, but in a couple of years, you might see another exchange open up for the cryptocurrencies that include only the ISO 222 compliant ones, and any subsidiary company that starts after today, will be added to that list because it's not cryptocurrency. It's got to separate eventually. When, I don't know, but it will eventually. And when that happens, the SWIFT thing it'll go worldwide. BRICS might even, BRICS will stay because eventually what I see for our world is we're going to break down to 3 confederations. The African, European, or Middle Eastern one, the European, Asian one with Australia, and then the American one. We'll have 3 governments. Because for our society, if you know about society developments, they go over tens of thousands of years. We're at like a 0.8, 0.9 society. To get to a 1.0 society, it has to do with energy creation. And we're fixing to get there with micronuclear to where we create more energy than we use. And that's coming up in the next 10 years. And that'll throw us closer to a 1.0 society. To fully get engaged into a 1.0 society, you have to start working on the developing of a unified governmental system worldwide. And that's going to be worked on to get us to a 1.1 society. And then shortly thereafter, space travel comes. And that's just evolution of the societies as we know them on our scale of understanding of, or whoever put out the paperwork that I read on civilizations and the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 civilizations. It's all about energy. And we're fixing to get there because of the micronuclear reactor. And that's going to change a lot of things fundamentally in our society. Not too many people are expecting that because they don't know about it, but it's going to happen because we're evolving into a more sophisticated society. And to get there, as a matter of fact, let me Google this. You guys probably think I'm fucking crazy. What is a 1.0 What is a 1.0 society? Okay, let me share this. There we go. A society 1.0 is the earliest stage. Okay, I was wrong. We might be going to 2.0. Earliest stage is characterized by hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Key characteristics: subsistence-based hunting, gathering, technology-based tools. Okay, here we go. Aggregate society, industrial society, formation society. Ow, don't bite me. Let's go for the informational society age. I believe that's where we're at right now. Information as a culture economically centered on creating, distributing, using, manipulating information with information and communications technologies like the internet and smartphones, driving its growth, making it information a vital resource. So we're at a 0.4 society right now, and we're going to be going to a 0.5 society. Let's see, what is a 0.5 society? The vision concepts introduced by Japan in 2016. Let's see what this is. Anyhow, you guys can do your own research. We don't need to do it here online right now. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that. Get rid of this. And like nickels. Hey, you enjoy yourself and do a good job cleaning so you don't have to do it next time. You'll be like, oh, I did an extra good job last time, so I don't have to do it now. And have a good day, Callie. But yeah, that's actually one version of the 1.0 society. That's not the one I was looking for. The one I'm looking for is energy-based, where they have the 1.0 society is creates as much energy as they use. Like a 1.5 society, you put in to the energy making like 75% of what you put in, you get 150% back. So you're actually creating more energy than you're using to create that energy. And then a 2.0 society is a society that has abundant energy that uses like 5% of their energy to put into something that creates 100% of their energy. And because when you look at energy, if you control energy, you control everything. Everything takes energy. The lights have to be on. You have to have power. And America is controlling an energy market, which is micro and small modular reactors, because that's going to bring ultimate energy and power to everywhere around the world. So we will control that energy. And that energy creation is going to allow us to dictate society. And we're going for a 1.0 society, which means that we're going to have to develop a governmental system to where we're more cooperative as a world rather than fighting each other. Because eventually we're going to have to expand even further into space to get resources. As I've said, Elon Musk, Bezos, and that billionaire from Ripple, all three of those private individuals are throwing billions, not hundreds, not thousands, not millions, not hundreds of millions, but billions at space stations, international space stations that they can rent to get a return on investment. Now, why are 3 billionaires putting shit in space that they're expecting a return on investment? Unless someone's going to be going up into outer space. I just gave you $1 million key on where to invest. That's where you want to invest. That's the future. Yeah, there's going to be things on Earth. We have yet to explore the sea. So there's going to be great things coming there too. It's just not happening now. So I'm not looking at that now. Actually, I am. I did a couple videos on that area that the United States just recently consumed and added to our national land base out in Hawaii area and whatnot. And then those nodules that produce oxygen and hydrogen, like 2,000 meters under the sea. That's 80% of those are on American soil now. So there's lots of technologies that are going to come from that. But here's the funny thing. Space and underwater are interactable. So if you have an object that you can put in space, you have the technology to put it underwater. So when you're doing research into one, it's advantageous to the other. So an intelligent person would look at how you could interact with what they're doing for the space shit and put it underwater and see what you got. Now you're going to start researching, do they have any underwater rentable science observatories? Yes, they do. Small ones, not that deep. We're at the beginning stages of the evolution of that industry. So if you want to make money, maybe consider looking at if anyone's out there doing underwater station for underwater exploration and development, because that's going to come probably in about 20 years, and you could really be in front of all of it. But anyhow, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. I got to take off. I got things I got to do today. I thank each and every one of you for coming in and noticing that we did actually reach, it says here 2,284 is the high for platinum, which means we have today, while I was running my lips, reached an all-time new high for platinum. You guys have a great night. See you later. Peace out.